everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's matchup features two teams looking for a win. It's the Jaguars coming in at 6-2, going up against the Chargers, who come in at 5-3.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Brandon Oliver now on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now Gordon. And some room to work. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 7 yards to go on 2nd down. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is, how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays, getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now the rookie first rounder from LSU. It's Leonard Fournette. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down.
Let's go.
From the gun, Kelly. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Fresh set of downs here.
Detroit! Here we go now.
Now Kelly. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and drop shy of the 45. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is the quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And, boy, he can get hurt. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there.
All right, here we go. Gun! No. Check. Patriot. Leopard.
Out of the gun, it's Kelly. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Brad Nortman in his 6th year in the league on to punt it away, as he should be able to. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. 6 yards there on the pickup, and it'll give the Jags a first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On 2nd down, Kelly. Kelly stripped. The ball is free. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. To throw is Kelly. Throwing on 3rd and long. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And Benjamin seems to be in some pain. You see him there, still down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. The tight end, Henry, here in motion. On third down, Rivers. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Here's Kelly. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lee. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Detroit! Gun!
Play action, it's Kelly. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. First down carry. And he'll run it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. And he puts it through. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the games we circled coming into the season, the Patriots at the Broncos. These two certainly have played some memorable games in recent years.
They sure have.
And tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 10 with the Dolphins heading up to visit the Panthers. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, that's taken in by Allen. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Second down, Rivers. And he's got the rookie from Clemson, Mike Williams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22. A toss play, Gordon. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now it's his carry for Melvin Gordon. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Defense has to stand tall here. 3rd and 1. Here's Rivers. Buying time to his left. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And this completes to Henry over the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. On the NFL scoreboard, 2nd quarter in Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Rivers. Dancing, and he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Phillip Rivers, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Novak out now to kick this one away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Let's go. Here we go.
Back to the air on second down. Kelly. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And some room to roam now. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, there's a reason he was the first running back taken. You saw the ability there, the ability to be physical and get downhill. And how about him breaking off a nice gain there?
There's some Adrian Peterson comparisons out there now. That's high praise. Do you think that they're warranted?
Running style, very similar.
Oh, he's going backwards. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Shipped together here from the D-line. A play fake. Now Kelly. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Flushed out right. Kelly stripped. The ball is free and picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see him play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore. That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout. making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Oh, they'll try and sneak this. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Matt Darr now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top as we send you downstate to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Here's Corey Grant now to return. Oh, eluding the tackle. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now Leonard Fournette, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Every year I go to the combine, I marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs, and let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third down and 12.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Kelly to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Now Kelly off the play fake, escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The slot man in motion right. Kelly now. Off play action. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Now Kelly. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Rivers. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Rivers now on second down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Paul Posluszny. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. The Jaguars getting set to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Again, it's Fournette. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
All right, here we go.
Looking to throw on second. Here's Kelly. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Kelly. He's got a first down past the 30. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Off the play fake. Kelly. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Mike Morgan in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and forever. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Kelly throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. This is Gordon on the dump off. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Running right. It's a handoff to Gordon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Rivers. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's a carry for Oliver. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They're going to give it to Gordon. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
To throw is Kelly. To throw on second down. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's 1st and goal. To throw is Kelly. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Mebane in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Over.
Here's Kelly looking to throw on second down. And he's got it. They'll still have a 3rd and goal now despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep it.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jake Butt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. This is Gordon as they go to him again. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Rivers now. And it's complete. Henry. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger 1st. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They run. It's Oliver. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. The handoff goes to Gordon, running left. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
This one away by the punter, Dar. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. And it's the Lions who have scored to extend their lead. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. They try to take a shot there on 2nd down, and that leaves them, because of the incompletion, a very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with the time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, make it a more manageable 4th down if you need to.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Kelly stripped. The ball is free. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue. issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now a handoff. This is Gordon going left. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for our visitors, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville,